speaking of miscalculating, will end this time on a lighter note. Major League Baseball. We talked about this over the summer and even 2 summers ago, how it was kind of, crawling backwards to relevancy. They did some good things during COVID, but still I'm sorry to tell you, a declining sport in terms of viewership and demographics. Just when they're starting to make inroads, I think the World Series was highly viewed. They shoot themselves in the foot, just like 1990, which they took years to recover from.
Yeah,
billionaires
the MLB
screwing
strike
around
is
with millionaires.
Exactly. And quite frankly, the only side that loses in this is the American people.
Yeah, but you mean as a fan, when do you get to the point of, listen, I have to put, bacon and eggs, on the dinner table or breakfast table. I got to work at a job that kind of sucks, blah, blah, blah. And these entitled assholes making, 26 years old, making $10 million a year. Totally. When do you sever the ties as a fan and say, listen, you're out? It's like for instance, I'll bring up like something like Mickey Mantle, or actually in the 80s, Mike Schmidt was the first player to break the $1 million ceiling. It was in the early mid 80s. I mean, think about it, Dr. Locke. When you're 26 years old, you're making $15 million a year. Do you really give a shit if you win? I mean, I care, but am I going to really lose sleep over it? It's not like Mickey Mantle. These guys are working 2 jobs.
Right. You care, but only to extent that it affects your bonus.
There you go.
But, this goes back to what we were saying about the State of the Union. Biden had a golden opportunity to bring the country together. Major League Baseball had a golden opportunity to reinvent itself, given the amount of inflation. Now I remember after the strike in the 90s at Shea Stadium for the first, I think 4 months or so of the season, which is, a big part of it.
Yes.
All of the food at the stadium was half price. Given what's going on with inflation, cut your profits for the year, cut ticket prices, give American families an affordable place to have a good day out. This could have revitalized the sport, but instead you've got billionaires and millionaires fighting over pennies.
And by the way, little Jeopardy question: what's the average age of a Major League Baseball fan? 55.
I'm gonna guess. Yeah, I was gonna guess 50, so I was close.
Okay, 55 is close enough. That's 10 years away from retirement. That is, when demographically, from a marketing perspective, you might as well talk about Jurassic Park. I mean, that's a really troubling scenario. And we talked about it on Carnivore Radio that Major League Baseball did some smart things during COVID. They were kind of a little bit on the way back. And talk about shooting yourself. If they don't get this crap fixed, they're not going to go away, but they're going to have some problems. Look at what the NBA. NBA was on a roll. NBA, it's still the number 2 sport, but it was like really on a roll. Then it got uber politically correct. A lot of people don't watch it anymore. It just sucks. I don't want to hear people preaching. Stop it.
It's true. And you know what? You need to take a look at what's going on in the world and figure out what your part is. Right now, where Major League Baseball, used to be, what was it? What was the old commercial? Baseball, hot dogs, apple pie, and Chevrolet.
Yes.
Now it's baseball, Matlock, Medicare, and diabetes. I mean, it's like,
there you go.
This
yes,
is
and
not...
yes, and corporate America, because the only people that are going to the games are corporate boxes. So that's a real prescription for success. But we do our part in making America feel better, don't we, at the Carnivore Institute?
We try. Yeah.
So anyway, we're accessible anywhere. And what I like best is that listeners can now give their input, can't they?
Yeah, if you've got something you want us to look into, if you want to comment on some of our stories or commentary, you can go to xvadio.com/connect and let us know what you're thinking. And of course, you can get every episode of Carnivore Bites and Carnivore Radio at the Carnivore Radio website, the xvadio.com/podcasts website, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Stitcher, Amazon Music, Audible, and wherever you find podcasts.
Thank you, Dr. Lopkin. Great show. And thank our listeners. Take care. We'll be back next week.
We'll see you next time.